Hello, Earth Signs. Welcome to Music Messages Tarot. I hope you're all doing really well. I do have to put a disclaimer here. This is being filmed on the 4th of July, so unfortunately, there is going to be a lot of background noise. We have several neighbors who are lighting fireworks right now, and it's been happening all day, so there's not a lot I can do about that. I hope you won't mind too much. This is how your past life energies are affecting your current life, and that one just wanted to pop out. Let's see, it is the Dragon's Blood Anima Mundi card. The number 51 might connect with someone or have some significance for you. Right away, I'm getting an energy of someone who, almost like a philosopher type vibe, someone who is interested in finding out universal truths about how things work. Just also with the blood imagery on this card, I'm getting a heavy energy of someone who worked in the medical field. So possibly someone who was a doctor, a nurse, someone who was a healer in a very physical capacity in a past life. This might be something that you currently do as your occupation. You may just be somebody who feels compelled to help other people, to heal other people. So I'm definitely getting that energy very strongly off of this card. Like I said before, I'm also receiving a very heavy energy of someone who may have been a philosopher, a teacher, an educator in a past life, and that may have carried over to your current incarnation. Just with the eye imagery and some of the other images that I'm noticing on this card, it just speaks to someone who likes to see all aspects of a situation and kind of evaluate all sides of a scenario or a situation before making a very logical or sound decision. I'm seeing someone, like I said before, working in the medical field, but also possibly in the hard sciences, for lack of a better way of describing that. So the physical sciences, this might be something that you actually do now as part of your profession, or it may be something that interests you. Now with this blood imagery, I'm not sure if you can see it or how well you can see it, but there are tiny droplets of blood representing the dragon's blood on this card. I'm also receiving an energy of someone who may have literally been on the front lines. If not in the medical profession, then someone who maybe fought on the front lines, someone who literally gave their own life to protect the lives of those around them. So a heavy leadership energy, a heavy almost warrior type energy, someone who wasn't afraid to put themselves, like I said, on the forefront to protect the people around them and act as a leader in that way. So a very self-sacrificial type energy around this. And this may be something that you currently experience in your day-to-day life now. Let's see what else wants to come out. We have the Dandelion Wounded Healer card. So that pretty much corresponds to what we were just saying. Someone who may have been a leader or a healer in some way that was self-sacrificial in a past life. Almost like a martyr type energy is what I'm receiving here. Dandelions, yellow flowers may connect to someone as well, so that's not going to be for everyone. And the number 53 may be significant to you as well. I get a very optimistic type energy here, just looking at the rainbow in the background. So even though you may have been someone in the past and possibly in your current life as well who find yourself sacrificing to please or help the people around you, I do get the energy that this is something that it's not something that you resent doing. You see it almost as your duty. So if you're in a group of people and you're facing some kind of challenging circumstance, I get the energy that whoever I'm speaking to today, you're one of the first people to kind of raise your hand and say that you're willing to do what needs to be done for the good of the collective. I'm also just getting the image of someone looking through a telescope as I'm looking at the imagery on this card, so you may connect to astronomy or astrology. Those might be some of your current interests. We also have the Nettle card, which represents action. The number 21 may connect to someone. Snakes or reptiles may be significant to someone listening. I'm picking up that you may either have a lot of Mars influences in your chart, so for example, a lot of Aries placements, or This may resonate more with the Capricorns that might be listening, but it doesn't have to. Okay, it's not just specific to Capricorns, but I'm picking up a very cardinal type energy. So Capricorn is the cardinal earth sign, meaning that you like to take charge, you like to be the leader in a given situation. You're not afraid to get your hands dirty, which kind of relates to the meaning of the wounded healer card, the energy that I was picking up there. But even if you're not a Capricorn, or even an earth sign, you may be cross-watching this. Whoever I'm speaking to today, you do like to, like I said before, jump to the forefront, jump to the front of the line to kind of protect, shield, and lead the people around you. So that is what I'm really strongly getting here off of this card. Just one message that seems to want to come through is you may just want to make sure you're pausing to think before you act. So because you have those really firm impulses to jump into action to help the people around you, to take leadership in that way, this might be kind of like a carryover from past life energies, and it's just a reminder from spirit that you may want to take time to pause and reflect in certain circumstances, because it's better to think before taking those actions at times. A side message for somebody listening, and this is not necessarily related to what we're picking up from your past life energies, just with the snake imagery here, I just want you to be cautioned against people in your energy, people in your environment who may be showing some deceit or deception. That's not going to be for everybody, but it is a clear message that I'm hearing for somebody who's going to be connecting to this video today. So there may be a friend or an acquaintance or just someone that you know who is not being completely forthright with you, and that's just something you need to be aware of. And again, that's just a side message for someone listening today. Okay, let's see what else wants to come out. We have the Calendula, I think I'm pronouncing that correctly, card, which represents purity. The number 1 may connect with someone. You may be seeing 111. Also, yellow flowers may be significant. I said that before, but this is the second card with yellow flower imagery coming out. Again, I'm just getting this very strong leadership energy from someone that I'm speaking to in a past life and in your current incarnation. With the imagery of this illuminated path in front of the figure on this card, you're someone who likes to kind of forge that path ahead for the people around you. And this is because of what your role has been in your past incarnations and just kind of who you are as a soul and who you are as a person. I'm getting that you also are someone who likes to illuminate the truth, find things that maybe are under the surface that not everybody else sees, or things that aren't readily apparent to everybody else, and you like to kind of shed light on those things and illuminate them. So kind of like a truth illuminator. This card came out for one of the other elements, so if you did watch that video, I'm just getting a very similar type vibe here. So someone who may be a detective in a past life, or someone who worked with kind of covert information, or information that maybe would require you to intuit or use your intuition more than kind of like the information that was just meeting the eye to come to the correct conclusion. Again, that's not going to be for everybody, but I am getting a strong energy around you are someone who still continues to like to uncover truths. You're someone who likes to get to the bottom of a situation. That kind of relates to the dragon blood imagery that I received before, someone who likes to look at all facets, all sides of something before figuring out, making sense of it, and then figuring out how to proceed in a given situation. But very, very strong leadership energy here. I am seeing someone standing in front of a group of warriors or fighters, so someone who had that kind of ground level leadership that I believe I picked up on in the fire sign reading as well. So this might translate very literally into your day-to-day life. You may be someone who's on the front lines in some way. Maybe during the COVID pandemic, you were a frontline worker. I'm getting a very heavy energy around that. And like I said, I wouldn't be surprised that if whoever's connecting to this is actually a medical frontline worker, because I am getting that you're someone who was a healer in the past. Let's see what else. We have higher consciousness here. And as you can see, there's a figure on the card who is meditating. So this speaks to someone who may have been a spiritual healer I keep hearing the word monk because I know that this card actually represents almost like a hermit mode or an isolation type mode to go inward and to develop spiritual knowledge and expertise. So someone may have literally held a position like that in a previous life. That may be something that you're very passionate about now as well. You may be somebody who requires a lot of solitude and alone time to reflect and process. So, for example, I'll just give a personal connection here. When I used to work in education, during my really hectic days, I would have to come home and kind of isolate for a little bit in my bedroom and just take a moment to breathe, work through the emotions and the energies that I had been exposed to for the day. I'm getting an energy that whoever I'm connecting with, you're very similar in that capacity. So you may need a lot of alone time. You may need some time to reflect, particularly at the end of your workday. But like I said, I am receiving an energy of somebody who was like a spiritual leader in some way, almost like a spiritual expert. I heard the word monk before, so that this may apply to a position or a capacity that you filled in one of your past lives, which is really very profound. Let's see what else wants to come out to round out our reading. The Trust card. There's a lot going on this card. The color purple may also connect with someone. A lot of the backgrounds of the cards that came out for your reading have a lot of purple in them. Purple flowers may connect. Whales or marine life may connect with someone. I'm not sure if you can see the whale on the very, very back of the card that just came out. I'm noticing also what looks like a double helix on the side of the card there. That reminds me of a DNA strand. So again, I am getting that very heavy medical profession energy. So either in a past life or your current life. That's just going to be a specific connection for someone. Hummingbirds might also connect, but I think the overall meaning here, she's got an illuminated, what looks like heart chakra there on this card as she's kind of healing herself. This card is all about learning to heal past wounds. So you may have some wounding patterns and karma that are carrying over from your past lives that still need to be addressed and that still need to be healed through introspection, meditation, things like that. Because this card the meaning is very kind of elaborate and profound, I would like to read from the guidebook on this one for us. Okay, the meanings upright of this card are self-love, heart retrieval, ultimate state of receivership, gratitude, receptivity, and compassion. Okay? As I was picking up before I read the guidance, you're someone who tends to be a little self-sacrificial. If this is resonating with you, that's the energy that I'm picking up. You don't resent having to sacrifice yourself or put yourself on the front lines to help other people, but I think in some ways you're going to need to turn your attention to your own healing and your own inner world in order to move to the next phase of your spiritual journey. The guidance says, Babansana's bright and pink flowers bathe the energy body with the softness of light, awakening the inner pathways to unconditional self-love. Bobansana, reminds us that love is the highest state of receivership, reminding us not to forget the necessary power of self-love. Bobansana assists us in rediscovering forgotten places within ourselves, retrieving fragments of our heart seeking healing. Ask yourself, where in my heart's memory can I bring wholeness to? Bobansana medicine is like that of whales and hummingbirds, the joyous record keepers of the sacred that assist us in accessing the reservoirs of the cosmic heart. Sirenita is reminding you to pay close attention to the messages encoded in your dreams, synchronicities, and symbols that surround you right now. Through those doorways, you can further explore the great mystery of your heart's desire. That's a beautiful message, and I would say the takeaway right now is to listen to those elements that were mentioned there, like the synchronicities and things that might be coming up in your dreams right now, because I think the universe is going to be communicating with you on ways that you can turn your attention to your own self-love and self-care in a way that will continue assisting you on your own spiritual journey, okay? I hope that this was helpful, guys. Let me know if you like this type of video, and if you can like, comment, and subscribe, it would really help our channel grow. Other than that, I'm hoping to get a few more videos up this week as I've been feeling a little bit better. So I hope to speak to you all soon. Have a great night. Bye bye.